Hi, I apologise for the crazy get up, but today I'm going to start preparing my empty shell cases to do reloading. My reloading press is just about here, and so I'm ready to go. And the first thing that has to be done is to clean all the old spent brass up, and I've got that equipment out now, so I'm going to do a video on how to reload some shells. So I hope you enjoy it. So what we've got here is a tumbler, tumbler, which is a pretty good make. This is also used for tumbling stones and stuff off the beach. God knows we've got enough of them around here. But inside here you put the shell cases, which are over there, and if I get down you can see that this is what's called tumbling media. It's just little bits of stainless steel, like stainless steel roller bearings, and the shells go in there. So this is all 45 Colt, and that's what we're going to be doing today. This is 44 Magnum, and so I'm not really going to be doing that. They're all partly cleaned anyway. But the 45 Colt, you can see how dirty they are straight out of the gun, and also you can see that the primers, the spent primers, are still in there. So we're going to do an initial clean it all up, get rid of the spent primers. I can only put 50 or so in at a go. There's about 200 in there, so I've got to count out, so up to about 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 50. So there's about 50 in there. So we take the lid off and we put the shells in there, and we get ready for the next so the other ingredients we need are washing up liquid, Lemi-Shine, and water. So put the washing up liquid in. Not sure what the proportions are. A little bit of Lemi-Shine. And we add some water. It's Mother's washing day. Okay, that should be enough. So what we now need to do is just to close up the device. So we get the lid, put the lid on, and we start to close it up. Have to be very, very careful. If you're forgetful like I am, you have to be very careful not to misplace any of these nuts and washers, Also, I find that early morning is the best time, because I think it's going to get hot round here again today. It was really hot yesterday. No rain. It's supposed to be in the rainy season. But anyway. these down. This goes onto there, like that, and you switch on. That's really all there is to it. We now leave it for a couple of hours and the first batch should be clean. We'll get back to you. Well, it's been more than 2 hours, so I guess you're done. Let me just put that down there. I can see it. Alright, so switch it off. Go and switch the water back on. Gonna need that. And now we'll see what we've got. Be prepared to be amazed. I have to try very hard not to lose any of these, because another trip down the hardware store. Okay, first of all, take off the lid, if you can. There it comes. And you can see what we've got here. Yeah, isn't that a thing of beauty? Like I said, the primers are still in, but that is just beautifully clean. So what we've got to do is drain and rinse and separate the shells from the media. Okay, look at that, aren't they beautiful? Well, that's not very powerful, is it? I sworn I turned that on. That's actually dumb bugger. You'd left it on and then you turned it off. Oh well. There we go. All right. We need a couple of rinses here. Whoops, you're starting to lose media. You don't want to do that, it's expensive. So this tumbler cost me about 200 bucks, so it's reloading stuff. The initial outlay is quite high. But depending on how much shooting you actually do, you save at least $1 a shot. This is the last rinse. Right, next step. We have got to separate not the men from the boys. We've got to separate the shells from the media. Now that staying in there is perfectly alright. No worries about that. So what we've got to do now is clip this together and crank this. Now I hear you ask, so let's have a look. Looks pretty good to me. So what we do now is some paper in there. Okay. Now that can be sat down there drying. What I'm going to do later is put it on a towel. But here you can see just how beautifully clean these are. Ready for the next stage. In the meantime, the media goes back in here. Doesn't matter if it's wet. Put the rest of the cartridges in. Yeah, these are the, just check. These are the 45 Colts. Yeah, 45 Colt. So put the rest of those in. To about 100. Actually, I sneaked another 50 in. You didn't see me do that. So, not so much soap suds. And not so much phlegmy shine. Okay, that on there, and away we go again. All right. Okay, so this has been tumbling for well over 2 hours now. Let me just put that down there so I can see what I'm doing. And so it's time to get the second batch out. So let's switch it off. Oh, that's hot. I don't know where all the heat comes from. I love the word should, of course. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. This is not so... You can see there's a lot of the tumbling media down there, but this is actually hot. Wow, but look at that. Isn't that cute? That is clean. Okay. So now we've got to do the same thing again, and that is drain this. Okay, that's the water out. So now we've got to separate the shells and the media. Those in here. Like I said before, don't worry about that. That's okay. that in there. Lock that down. So, let's see what we got. Nice clean shell cases. Okay. Now these we need to dry this. Again, so let's put some of this in. I found this tip online about putting the piece of paper in there. It's so good, it just soaks up so much of the stuff. I'll just make sure that you don't leave that in there, and there we go, perfectly clean. And then this, and because this media is stainless, it can be stored wet, so you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is just make sure that all of this stuff goes back into there. Alright, I'm just going to leave this out to dry tonight. I've got a sneaking suspicion it might rain overnight, because that's what the forecast said it's going to do. So I'm just going to pop that on there and put it away out of the rain, and then we should be good to go.
So this is the result of our labour. Got about 200 freshly cleaned cartridges. It's a bit like money running your hands through coins, isn't it? Gold, gold. And they still need the spent primers knocking out. That will be the next step. Next step, knock out the spent primers and put them through a reshaping die, which pulls them back into shape. So anyway, get back to you.